Good morning, everyone. And yes, it is morning at the time of recording of this video. And welcome to my channel. Welcome to the preview of round four, both for women and men's singles on Roland Garros 2025. The week one is done. We're entering week two now. And I did not plan out properly the logistics of recording this kind of videos. So this is the second one for Roland Garros. Also, I wasn't feeling well for a couple of days and I traveled out of town, so I was not able to record and cover this as much as I wanted to. So I'll try to do better for the second week and prepare better for Wimbledon next time. What I want to say is that I also was a bit unlucky because I had one video recorded on Friday early morning, which did not have audio for any reason. It was quite similar to this one. So yeah, a lot of circumstances, but that doesn't matter now. What matters is that we are having some great matches today. I'm gonna cover entire round four. Even though only half of the draw will be playing, but we're gonna go through all of these matches, talk a bit about how some of these players ended up in the draw and the surprises that they made. I would say that we have a couple of surprises, but still, like the main season, the main favorites are there. Maybe one or two exceptions. So let's set up for draw mode and of course, as this will be regular for this channel, ladies first. Okay, so we're all set here. So here we have the draw. I'm gonna talk about every matchup a bit and finally give my predictions. So first, Sabalenka Anisimova, the match I talked about in my initial video for women's draw. Like I said there that Anisimova leads to love in their head-to-head on clay, 5-2 overall. But I think that Sabalenka, especially how good she's been playing in the entire first week, in her first three rounds, I think Sabalenka is on next level right now. And in spite of her negative record against Anisimova, I think that Sabalenka is a favorite here. One completely projected match by the draw. Then we have Qinwen Zheng and Laura Samsonova. Samsonova could be considered a slight surprise in the last 16 as a 19 seed, but still, I mean, Samsonova is a good clay court player, so her making it all the way here is not a big surprise for me. However, I do think that Qinwen Zheng is gonna win this one. Then we have Paulini Svitolina, which I think is one of the toughest matches to predict here. Svitolina didn't lose a single set, and I completely kind of ignored Svitolina in my initial video, and I apologize to her because she has the most clay court wins this year. Of course, some of them did come from some smaller tournaments, but regardless, she played a lot on clay. She struggled. She played like three tie breaks, 1-7-5 match, so she did struggle in her first three rounds, but she didn't lose a set. Yasmin Paulini lost a set in round one. She is playing good in rounds two and three, but I don't think that neither of them played any seeds so far, so we're not exactly sure how this match is gonna go. This one is really tricky to predict, but I'm just for the sake of like not having top eight, I'm gonna be looking for a surprise in this particular match and say that Svitolina is gonna win this one. Pauline is also playing doubles. She did lose one set. Let's just say that for that reason, let's say I'm gonna be picking Svitolina. Maybe she's a bit more well rested than Paulini, and I think that this one is gonna really come down to the one who's gonna be able to set their tempo. And yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting match to watch. I could be wrong. I mean, this really can go either way, but I am gonna go for Svitolina. But what I'm definitely going for is either really tough to setter or like a three-set match. Then we have a blockbuster of round four, which will round up the play today. Rybakina versus Świątek. I think that Świątek should treat Rybakina for kicking out Ostapenko. It was close. I mean, we wouldn't be having as long discussion as we're having already if Iga would be playing Rybakina. Rybakina barely made it to through round one, and then she was really good in the rounds two and three. I would say that she is finding her form. So for that reason, I think that she still, even though it's not Jelena Ostapenko against Iga Świątek, I also think that Rybakina is a really tough opponent for Iga. They head-to-head is 4-4 if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is like one of the worst possible matchups for Iga, but just because it's Roland Garros, just because, I mean, this is a tournament where everything Iga Świątek did so far does not matter anymore. We have different Iga on Roland Garros every year. I am gonna go for Iga, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rybakina wins this. I'm maybe a bit biased because I am a huge Iga fan, so that's why I'm picking her, but also I think that Rybakina has her chances, but ultimately, at the end of the day, I think it's gonna be Iga who is gonna go through to the quarterfinals. Okay, so then tomorrow we'll be having another four matches. Mira Andreeva versus Dasha Kasatkina. Um, I don't know. I am not sure about this one. I think it's Mira Andreeva. I mean, they're great friends. They had some incredible press conferences and talking about each other. They clearly love each other so much. So this is going to be fun to watch. But I think it's Mira who is going to go to the quarterfinal. And then we get to Jessica Pegula, seeded third, versus Louise Boisson from France, ranked 361st, making it to the round four. So this is by far, I think, the biggest fairy tale run of French Open, especially her as a French, as a wildcard to reach here, to reach playing against number three seed is absolutely incredible. She, if I'm not mistaken, she defeated Mertens in round one, seeded 24th. She did not play seeds after that in round three. She played a fellow French woman, Elsa Jacquemont, ranked 138. So that match was really interesting to me to see which one of these lower ranked players is going to go through round four. And I'm super happy that it's the lower ranked. So I really think that this is amazing when somebody with such a ranking comes to last 16 of a Grand Slam. I mean, these are the stories that I love, and I think that every slam should have at least one. And it makes it even better for Roland Garros that it's a French woman. I am pretty sure that she's gonna be getting a Chatrier treatment tomorrow, in spite of some really good matches played in both competitions. Then we have Madison Keys, seeded 7th, versus Haley Baptiste, ranked 70th. Another really great run, another you could call fairy tale round, but not as fairy tale-ish as Louise Besson's. So Haley Baptiste defeated Haddad Maya in round 1, seeded 23rd. She did not play any seeds after that. I think that Madison Keys is going to win this one simply because of the everything that Key's been doing about her ranking and her game overall. And finally, we have Coco Gauff, Ekaterina Alexandrova. Uh, Ekaterina Alexandrova kind of took the spot of Krejcikova, who lost in round one in round two to Veronika Kudermetova, but then Alexandrova defeated Kudermetova, and there you have it. Now Alexandrova is in fourth round. Always very dangerous player. Maybe not the most consistent one, but she knows how to get to the later stages of big tournaments and Grand Slams as well. So yeah, there you have it. We have this great 8 matches. My final predictions are Sabalenka Zheng, projected match. I think here we're gonna go Svitolina Świątek. Just taking Svitolina because I don't want to have like top 8. I think it would be a too safe pick. So if I'm looking for a surprise, I'm looking for it in that match. So Svitolina Świątek. It could easily be Paulini Rybakina. Let's see. That's going to be really interesting to follow later today. Then we have Andreeva Pegula. I think that Andreeva will defeat Kasatkina, and I think that Pegula will defeat Louis Boisson, even though it would be awesome, even though I am a huge fan of Jess Pegula, that we have a player ranked under 300th place in the quarterfinal. But realistically, it's going to be Pegula. And finally, Keys Coco Gauff. So I would say very consistent tournament for the main favorites and for the highest seeds. I mean, I think that only Emma Navarro is missing like from top 10 here. Yeah, all 8 seeds are here and they could play against each other in the quarterfinals, which is like, congrats WTA for entering your consistent era. We've been waiting for a while for that to happen. Okay, so this was ladies. Let me know your predictions and who do you think is gonna be in quarterfinals. Okay, it is time for men now. Yannick Sinner versus Andrei Rublev. I'm really happy for Andrei to making it to the fourth round, but I think that his journey ends here. Against Sinner, Sinner has been absolutely ruthless this first week, especially yesterday against Lehechka allowing him only 3 games. I was watching that match. I mean, that was insane performance by Sinner. If he plays like this the entire week, he will be really tough to beat. Then we have Jack Draper versus Andrei Bublik. I'm really happy to see Bublik here. He kicked out Deminor, so I mean he deserved his place in the fourth round. He's playing great. He's always so fun to watch, and I'm happy that he's having this great result. So yeah, let's see how's he gonna do against Draper. Also, in the upper half of the draw, we have two more matches. Alex Zverev versus Talon Grigspor. Uh, yeah, Zverev, I did not do a video, but my initial video of planning like and writing about the players who I think is gonna reach where I said that Zverev will have tough time reaching the quarterfinals, but I think he has a really good chance now. His draw opened up a little bit, and he's playing Grigspor, so yeah, I think that Zverev now, with a bit of luck and with a bit of good play and raising up his form, is reaching quarterfinals now, where he'll play either winner of the match of Novak Djokovic and Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie defeated Medvedev in round one, 11th seed. Djokovic he's been great. He didn't lose a single set. I watched his match last night against Misolic. He did not play any seeds, but still, regardless, I think that he did a great job and he's playing great. He's looking great. I don't remember, honestly, after watching a match yesterday against Misolic, that he ever hit forehands as fast as flat as fast as he did last night. And yeah, he looks great. I mean, this is he did not play ideally. I would say there are some moments where he could maybe improve, and maybe he didn't play his 100% against Misolic last night. Maybe he was trying out some things. I mean, he did some things which I'm pretty sure that Sinner, Zverev, Alcaraz would punish, but overall, I think that Novak's performance has been really good overall, and that he's looking quite good. He's looking quite good. He's looking motivated. So, yeah, I also in that video that never saw the light of the day, I said that I would never write off Novak if he was ranked 800 in the world, not playing like for months. I would still consider him to be one of the favorites for Grand Slam because I just think that he finds some motivation, which is the thing that he is missing the most, maybe most of the time, like motivation. He finds it in Grand Slams, and he's always gonna be dangerous on Grand Slams. That would be upper half of the draw. These 8 guys will be playing tomorrow. Today we are having some really interesting matches, some projected matches. So this is gonna be fun. Starting with Musetti and Rune. Uh, Completely projected match by the draw. I have to say that I consider Musetti to be a favorite here a bit. Rune struggled a lot in round three, and he won in 5 sets. So yeah, for that reason, I would say for everything that they've done throughout this clay court season, I think that Musetti is gonna win this one. I said before, also in that video, which I did for like prediction of men draw, that this fourth round is probably gonna determine who of these two will end up in the semifinals. So I still stand by that. Whoever wins this will be a huge favorite to reach the semifinals. Because they will be playing against either TFO or Daniel Altmaier. Daniel Altmaier defeated Taylor Fritz, fourth seed in round one, which was one of the biggest shockers uh, there. And yeah, I'm really pleasantly surprised by the level of Altmaier's. He defeated Fritz, then he defeated Hamid Medjedovic also in round three. I was watching that match, of course, because of Hamad as Serbian. Congrats to Hamad for reaching that far. I mean, he did great, and yeah, he lacked a bit of like I would say strength towards the end of the match against Altmaier, but good step forward for Hamad ranking wise and like experience wise. Anyway, so in this TFO Altmaier match, I am not sure. Altmaier has proven to be a great clay court player, to be a great player. So yeah, if I'm looking for a surprise anywhere, I would say maybe here, TFO versus Altmaier. That maybe it could be a surprise. So let's see. He already defeated one American, higher ranked American, so that could be fun. When it comes to Musetti and Rune, I think it is gonna be Musetti. Tommy Paul, Alex Popirin. Okay, so here I'm gonna go for Tommy Paul. I actually don't have much to say about this match. I might be surprised. I mean, Tommy Paul has been playing like insane long matches here. So yeah, for him to reach round four, I'm sure is a good result on clay. Alex Papirin also, I think that he has the chances. So let's see. Honestly, this is the match where I will just choose Tommy Paul without talking too much. And finally, we have Carlos Alcaraz and Ben Shelton. I just have to say that maybe one of my favorite matches so far is in men competition. Maybe not the most like intense or maybe not most like unpredictable and tough matches, but Carlos Alcaraz versus Damir Džumhur was just so entertaining, and the crowd was so into it. And I'm so sad that maybe Džumhur did not had the strength or whatever to take it to the fifth set at least, because he had his chances. He was a breakup. Then when Carlos was serving for the match, he returned the break. He was serving to score even, and then he was broken again. So yeah, I'm really sad that we didn't get a bit more of that. Simply the atmosphere on the stadium was insane. It was so entertaining. The points were amazing, and yeah, I just want to say that that was from all that I watched. I didn't watch all matches. From what I watched, this was definitely the most entertaining one, and I would maybe select it as my match of the week. And also, like for Jungkook, I'm really happy that he made it to the third round and that he actually delivered. And he didn't win, but he won hearts, as it would be said. So yeah, this would be the men draw. And so my final predictions for quarterfinals are Sinner Draper, Zverev Djokovic, Musetti Altmaier, and Tommy Paul versus Alcaraz. That would be it when it comes to the predictions for round four and to our potential quarterfinalists. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you want to stay tuned for more, I promise I will try to cover in more detail the following rounds. Now it's getting easier. Now there's only like 16 players left in men and women singles, so I'll try to cover more. It should be easier a bit now. Um, Hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more content of tennis, and thank you so very much for watching. I will see you soon again. Bye bye.